Hey guys, Coach Scott here, FYI CrossFit again. Gonna go over the workout for Wednesday, March 25th. I'm gonna go over the couple different options that we have. I'm gonna do the stuff for the 60-minute workout and also the 45 and give you guys some alternate movements for doing it at home if you don't have some of the equipment. If you've got some equipment, you can do most of the workouts that we got programmed for today. So first, let me just walk up here and show you guys the workouts. All right, so we're gonna start out, let's start out with the 45. It's gonna start with a strength portion, 5 sets, 10 back squats at a lighter moderate weight, and then 10 to 15 deficit push-ups with a 1-minute rest in between those sets. Our alternate movements, obviously if you don't have a barbell or a rack and you're not able to do the back squats, we're just gonna sub in some dumbbell front squats. Any way you wanna hold the dumbbells up on your shoulders, working through 10 squats with those dumbbells. And then the deficit push-ups will just be from the dumbbells. If you only have one dumbbell, you can just do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. For the squat portion. And then after that, we're going to go into the WOD, which is going to be a 40, 30, 20, 10 of wall balls or alternating single arm dumbbell thrusters. And then followed by 20, 20, 20 on the numbers stay the same for the up downs, and then the same numbers for either a slam ball, or we can do alternating dumbbell snatches, or a plate ground to overhead if you guys were able to pick up a plate from the gym and you have a plate. So those are going to be your different options, and I'll demo all of those different movements here in a minute. So the only thing that changes is the wall ball or single arm dumbbell thrusters. Those are going to go down for 40, 30, 20, 10. So we'll do round 1, 40, and then 20 up downs, and then 20 slam balls. 30, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and then 10, 20, 20. So that's your, those are your workout. That's your workout for the 45. And then alternately, we've got the 60, similar kind of setup. We've got the initial strength portion, 5 sets. We're gonna go 7 bench press and then 14 tempo dumbbell bent over rows at a 1, 1, 1, 1 tempo. And again, I'll demo that. If you don't have a bench, you don't have a bar, it's all right. If you've got some dumbbells, we can go ahead and do that. We can do floor presses with the for the bench press. Again, if you only have one, we can get 7 on one arm and then 7 on the other. And then the same thing with the tempo dumbbell bent over rows. You can, depend on your weight, if you don't have a lot of options on weights, we can just go 7 on each arm. If you've got 2, you can go 14 total. If you've got a lighter weight and you want to do 14 on each arm, that's a good bet there too. And just take rest as needed in between those 5 sets, probably about a minute, just like the 45. And then from there, we can jump down into the WOD. This one's going to be 3 rounds. It's going to be 30 burpees, 20 sit-ups, and then 25 calorie row for the guys, bike for the guys, 20 calorie bike for the ladies. The burpees are going to change. The burpees are going to go 30, 20, 10. The sit-ups and the cow bike will stay the same. So round 1, we'll go 30 burpees, 20 sit-ups, 25 cow bike. Round 2, we'll go 20 burpees, 20 sit-ups, 25 cow bike, and then 10, 20, 25. Our alternate movements, obviously we can do burpees, we can do sit-ups, no problem. We don't need any equipment for that. Obviously, if you got an ad mat and you can use it, that's great. We can scale the burpees, go into an up down as well. Something that you're gonna be able to stay moving relatively well, consistent. And then our alternate movements for the cow bike. If you don't have a bike, no worries. We can either do a 200-meter run if it's nice weather outside and you guys wanna get out for a run. Something, 150 to 200 meters, doesn't have to be exact. Something that's gonna probably take you somewhere between a minute and a half to run. We don't wanna go over that time frame. And then alternately, if it's bad weather, we don't have the ability to get outside and you've got room, we can do one of 2 options. We can either do mountain climbers or jumping jacks. Wrote 100 up there. Those are single count mountain climbers or single count jumping jacks, 100 total. Adjust those numbers as you need. but we want that first round or when we're fresh, we should be able to do the 100 or whatever rep count that we're doing in something about a minute to a minute and a half. So those are the movements for the 2 workouts. I'm going to demo each of those, starting with the 45 and then the 60. But before we get to the demo of that, I just want to talk about the warm-up. I kind of combined some warm-up from the two workouts because they have some similar movements. So we're just going to go through this warm-up and I'll demo all these movements. But we've got, we're going to start out alternating Tabata. So 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Movement 1 is going to be a jumping jack and then into a mountain climber. And then movement 2 is going to be an alternating groiner into an alternating lunge or a jumping lunge. So the way that's going to work, because you've got 8 total sets in a Tabata, we're going to do 2 rounds where we're going to go jumping jack for 20 seconds, 10 seconds of rest, and then 20 seconds of alternating groiner. And then we're going to repeat that one more time, 20 seconds of jumping jacks, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of alternating groiner. And then that would have been a total of 4 rounds, 2 total with both movements, but 4 altogether. And then we're going to go into 20 seconds of mountain climbers, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of alternating lunge, 10 seconds of rest, and then back through one more time, 20 seconds mountain climbers, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds of alternating lunge. Then from that, relatively short transition, and we'll go 1 round, 10 air squats, really working on that little pause in the bottom, making sure we're opening the hips up, got a good position, feet nice and flat, knees tracking out over the toes. Then we'll do 8 up downs, and then 10 scap push-ups, and then 5 slow push-ups. 1 round of that, and then we'll go right into 10 rounds of wall ball front squats. So if you guys were able to check out a wall ball from the gym and you've got that, just holding that in the front rack, doing 10 front squats with it. If we don't have the wall ball for the wall ball front squat or the wall ball strict press, we're just going to alternate. We're going to alternate that into doing something, any kind of weight that you've got for those front squats. So if you've got a backpack or that you can put some books in or some weights in or whatever you've got, just something that weighs, you know, somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds that you can hold in the front rack position. You can even use the dumbbells if you guys check that dumbbell and just do a goblet squat. So we're going to get those 10 front squats and then 10 strict presses with whatever that weight is. Wall ball, slam ball, dumbbell, single dumbbell, just holding on to each bell as you press up overhead, thinking about shooting that head through the arms. And then we're going to get 6 up downs and then those 10 scap push-ups and the 5 slow push-ups again. All right, so that's your warm-up for everything. I'm going to go ahead and demo those for you guys. Get my camera moved here. All right, let me make sure you guys can see everything. All right. All right, so first we're gonna just go through a demo of the warm-up. So we're gonna start out, we've got that Tabata. First movement we've got is the jumping jacks. All right, so get 20 seconds working through the jumping jacks, 10 seconds of rest, and then we'll go 10 seconds into those alternating groiners. Nice deep lunge position, opening the hips up, front foot's nice and flat, driving that knee out, and we're just alternating down here in this position. We want to really feel that stretch through that back side of the hip. After we do 2 rounds of that, we're going to go into mountain climbers. So we're in that plank position. We're driving the knees up to the elbows. 20 seconds of those mountain climbers. 10 seconds of rest. And then the next movement is we're going to an alternating lunge. So we're just staying up nice and tall. Touch that knee to the ground. Step forward or back. Or we're going to do a jumping lunge where we're kicking those feet in the air. All right, so a full Tabata, 8 rounds, going through that. And then we'll go into 1 round air squats, feet out, outside underneath the shoulders, toes slightly pointed out, butt back and down, hip crease below the top of the knee. Get that nice pause in the bottom. Make sure we open those hips up. All right, and then we'll go 8 up down, so we're just jumping down into that plank position and standing through those up downs. And then we've got 10 scap push-ups. All right, scat push-ups. Let those shoulders drop through, arms stay locked. Press away from the ground. All right, nice drop through. Really just trying to warm up those shoulders, and then we'll go straight from that into 5 slow push-ups. All right, nice and slow. Keep those elbows tucked in towards the body. Then from that point, we'll go into front squats with the wall ball. All right, so if you've got the wall ball, we're just getting that up in that front rack position and working through those front squats. All right, if you don't have the wall ball, we can also hold a dumbbell, or if you got a backpack, anything you can put some weight in. If we're using the dumbbell, just hold each bell, squat. And then from that, we go into the 10 strict presses. Again, if we got the dumbbell, big press overhead, drive those shoulders towards the ears, get that head through. All right, you can do those with the wall ball. If you have the wall ball and you have the ability to do wall balls, if you got a spot on the outside of your house that you can use where you've got the target that you can go up to 9 or 10 feet. Because those are in the 45 if you're doing that workout. And then we go back to the up downs again, 6 of them. Standing up. All right, and then after those up downs, we'll do those scat push-ups and then those 5 slow push-ups after that. So that's your warm-up, guys. If you've got any questions, you should be able to see all those different movements on Wodify for both of these workouts. But if you need them, I'll also get one more shot at the board before I finish the video. So now let's talk about the movements in the workout. Demo those real quick, give you guys those alternate movements. Start with the 45. We got that strength portion. We're doing 10 back squats or a dumbbell front squat or some kind of loaded squat, all right? Trying to build up to a lighter or moderate weight. So whatever you're using during the warm-up period for that one round to do those front squats, if you don't have the barbell, then try to get something a little bit heavier that you can work through for the 10 back squats or those front squats. So we can, if we've got 2 dumbbells, that's awesome. Give us a little bit of ability to control our positioning a little bit. All right, trying to keep that balance with 2 dumbbells, just working through that nice squat position. Make sure we're getting full depth, hip crease below the top of the knee. So we'll get 10 of those and then 10 to 15 deficit push-ups. So we can utilize the dumbbells if we want to stack up some plates, stack up some books, whatever you've got at the house to get your hands up off the ground. All right, and then work through those push-ups. So we're getting a little bit more depth in the bottom, trying to get those shoulders all the way down and then up. We can just scale that by going to our knees. All right, trying to get a little bit more depth for those. So that's the strength portion of the 45. And then we go into the workout. The first movement, going down by 10, 40, 30, 20, 10 each round of a wall ball or alternating single arm dumbbell thruster. So if you've got some place, I don't have a place at my house to do wall balls. I don't have anything that I have a target high enough. So a couple of options here. If you've got it, all right, we're working on those wall balls. Remember, we want to keep those elbows underneath the ball. Make sure we're getting depth in the bottom. Big pop as you come up to release the ball. All right, if you've got a target to go to. If you don't have a target and you've got some space outside and you've got the wall ball, hey, we can just throw it up into the air. All right, you don't have to have an actual target that you're going to hit. You can just throw it up in the air, catch it, come back down. The other option, we can go into single arm dumbbell thrusters. So we've got the dumbbell up on the shoulder. We're working through that squat. Big press overhead. Then I come down. All right, you can switch at the top. That's the easiest place to make the transition. And we're doing 20 total. So that's the first movement in the 45 workout. And then we got our up downs, 20 of them each round. All right, standing all the way up. And then we've got the third movement is slam balls, alternating dumbbell snatches, or a plate ground to overhead. So if you've got a slam ball, if you've got the wall ball, we can even use the wall ball for the slam balls. Want to think flat back, hips below the shoulders, nice long arms. Big, powerful hip extension as we pull up and extend. Slam the ball down. Let it reset on the ground. We want to think about really trying to drive down through the ground. The same exact concept. If you've got the slam ball and you're able to do the slam ball movement, the nice thing about the slam ball, the ball doesn't bounce as high off the ground. Another option, if you don't have the wall ball but you've got a slam ball, you can do the wall ball movements, tossing that ball in the air for that first movement with the slam ball. That's fine as well. If you don't have the ball at all, and we're alternating dumbbell thrusters for the first movement, we're going to go to an alternating dumbbell snatch. All right, so nice long arm, same positioning as the slam ball, hips below the shoulders, nice long arm, big powerful hip extension, turnover at the top, full extension, coming down, touch the ground, both heads at the dumbbell, and there you go. So that's the other, and then the third option, if you've got a plate, you guys picked one up from the gym, or you've got something of some weight that's a flatter weight that you can use at the house, we can just do plate ground overheads, touch the plate to the ground, same position, shoulders above the hips, nice flat back, big powerful extension overhead, touch the ground. All right, so those are your movements. That's the workout for the 45. Go over the movements, the workout for the 60 real quick. The first part, our strength portion, very similar to the 45. We're just gonna change the movements a little bit. We've got 7 bench press and 14 tempo dumbbell bent over rows. If you've got a bench, you can do dumbbell bench press, you can do barbell bench press if you've got it. If not, we just go to the ground and do floor presses. So if I've got 2 dumbbells, that's ideal. But if you don't, we can do these alternating one arm at a time. We're gonna get those dumbbells up, lay nice and flat, back flat on the ground. All right, elbows are kicked out about a 45-degree angle. I think you guys can see me. Big press all the way up, controlling them back down so those weights don't jam your wrists into the ground. All right, if you've only got 1 dumbbell, we can get 7 reps with 1 arm and then switch and do 7 reps with the other arm. And then the alternating, the next movement is gonna be your tempo dumbbell bent over rows. These are at a 1-1-1-1 tempo. So what that looks like, ideally we've got 2 dumbbells. So if we do, feet are set up underneath the hips, nice soft knee, hinge at the waist, nice flat back. Go ahead and grab those dumbbells and just let them hang. Arms nice and long. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's our tempo. So we're not super fast, nice and controlled. And we're working through 14. If you've only got 1 dumbbell, or we don't have a dumbbell at all, we got a backpack or something that we can put some weight in, we can do those pulls in with some other weight, okay? If we've got 1 dumbbell, we want to think about trying to keep that back nice and square. Same tempo, nice and controlled. Switch arms and get your 14 on the other side. Again, depending on your weight, if you need to scale that weight, if you only got 1 option for weight because you don't got a big selection, and it's a little heavy, and you need to scale that down, you should be able to do those reps unbroken. You can go less than 14, that's fine. Again, about a minute of rest in between each of your sets. And we're doing a total of 5 sets. And then to work out 3 rounds, 30 burpees. We just want to make sure chest and thighs all the way to the ground. Jump up, come off the ground, hands over your head. Scaling options, obviously we can go into an up down. Okay, just like the other workout. Second movement, those burpees, they go down each round by 10. 30, 20, 10 each round. The sit-ups and the cow bike stay the same. So 20 sit-ups. Everybody knows the sit-up back. Make sure we get our shoulder blades are touching the ground. And then as we come up, we're getting shoulders in front of hips. All right, reach forward, touch the ground. All right, you can go feet together. Reach forward and touch the ground. You can go legs straight out. Reach forward, touch the ground. Any option. If you've got an ab mat, that's great. Get that a little extra extension through the midline. And then the last movement is the cow bike. If you've got a bike, awesome. 25 cows for the guys, 20 cows for the ladies. If you don't have a bike and we're getting outside again, go for that run. Something probably 150 to 250 meters. Something's gonna take you about a minute to a minute, not more than a minute and a half. If we are not able to get outside and we don't have the bike, then we're gonna go ahead and do jumping jacks or mountain climbers, your pick. I like the mountain climber a little bit better because we get some engagement of the shoulders because we're in that plank position. Just wanna make sure we're staying nice and flat with the back. All right, nice and solid, arms locked out. All right, and then each time a knee comes up, we're counting. All right, for a total of 100-ish. That's gonna depend on your ability levels, but like I said, we don't want that to take longer than a minute and a half. Somewhere between a minute to a minute and a half. That should give you guys some great options, stuff you guys can do at the house, and hit this workout for Hump Day, Wednesday, March 25th. Look forward to seeing you guys' videos and comments. I'm gonna put up my video. I'll be doing the 60. I'll put up a portion of my video a little bit later. So get after it, guys.